Today I will be covering the Eclipse airdrop. So this video is going to be very detailed, very in-depth, so you don't want to miss it out because in my opinion, Eclipse is going to be one of the best opportunities to get multiple airdrops in this cycle in 2025. So Eclipse using DeFi Llama has around 20 million in total value locked. However, the team says that the total value locked is over $100 million. So one of the biggest things about Eclipse is that it is Solana as an L2 of Ethereum, and they do loads of transactions, very low fees, and they are starting to get loads of protocols inside the platform. So let's get started. Let's see what the main things that you can do there are. And the first thing you want to do is to actually use Relay Bridge to bridge over to Eclipse. This is the cheapest and safest, in my opinion, best way to do it. You could potentially also start ranking up for Relay airdrop in the future, and you should absolutely be doing loads of transactions using Relay. It's an amazing bridge, and hopefully very, very soon Jumper will integrate them and we can just use Jumper, route through Relay, and get two-in-one point systems, etc., etc. So here you write Eclipse, and you can bridge from any network over to Eclipse. For Eclipse, I would suggest that you get the Backpack wallet. It's free. You connect your Solana address and you use the Eclipse network. So you will have to get Backpack wallet. You cannot do this with MetaMask or usual Ethereum L2s. So the first thing that you want to do is go on all domains on Eclipse and get your own domain. They also have got a point system, so by renewing, for example, your domain, you will have to spend like $12 or something. You are able to start getting points. I've done it, but it's not still valid for me. I will probably have to wait a little bit. The leaderboard ranking is also very easy to, go over. And the more tasks you do, the more points you get and the more things you will be able to do. So that's one of the basic things that you should absolutely do. And we've seen in the past that domains on L2s, for example, on Sui, I think domain people got like $10,000 in airdrop or something. So this alone could give you a very super nice airdrop. So you don't want to be sidelined. The next thing is the NFT market, which is very, very advertised. It's one of the first things that Eclipse push. So this is Launchpad of Scope. They use variable technology to create this, and you can see the various collections that have launched on Eclipse, and they've got Launchpad. So essentially what you want to be doing is minting NFTs, and you can buy on secondary, sell your mints, or just pretty much, what you want to do is use the Launchpad. You can also swap to do interactions. These are all shown in the transactions on the blockchain. So I think Scope is one of the best things to do. Mint some NFTs. If you find that you are in profit with that NFT compared to the mint price, you can then list it and sell it. That's what I have been doing. When something is at, for example, 0.01 Ethereum over, like $3, I always take profits and rotate to new mints. I have minted pretty much like 7 out of 10 mints or something like that. So this is a very important interaction. If you go also on layer 3, and all of the links for these things will be down below in the description or on the Twitter post, you can do these very specific tasks. You will bridge through Hyperlane in this case. You will use Solar DEX. You will use Eclipse, Save integration. This is a DeFi platform, borrow and lend. Invariant, you will get ETH, and you will use Orca. One of the most important things about Eclipse is this one, TurboTap. You need an invite code to join. Sadly, I have no invite codes to give you. You top up a browser wallet that is temporary, so make sure to not refer crash, and then you just want to be clicking here. This triggers transaction on the L2, boosts the metrics of the platform. It allows them to improve their speed and efficiency by tracking the metrics and seeing if there are any problems in the mainnet. So this is also a very big and advertised application of Eclipse, and you don't want to waste, an interaction with it. Again, you need, I would say, at least $50 to efficiently interact with everything on Eclipse, from bridging to domains to Scope NFTs to TurboTap. I think $50 is the bare minimum. But don't let this sideline you, because what I've seen till now is that everything on Eclipse is a lot better than pretty much any other application, any other L2 out there. And this is a very new L2, launched like 5 months ago or something. And I don't think they will take a long time to tokenize, because I have been keeping up with the founders, the developers, the head of strategy and marketing, and they've been very vocal about rewarding users, no CBILs, no whales, and they don't want to drag this out quite a lot. So I'm very bullish on it, because fundamentally the technology behind Eclipse is also very good. We're talking about 8,000 transactions per second as an Ethereum L2. This is like 30 times better than Base, and the fees are a lot lower. So you understand that this is very good, very, very good. And we also have 2 DeFi protocols that will do an airdrop, and you are very early. There is no dilution from other chains. They are native to Eclipse, and the TVL is not that big, so you can actually participate quite effectively. The first one that I'm going to talk about is actually Astal Protocol. What you want to do is you want to deposit one of these things. You can actually deposit TETH. I really like it. This is Turbo ETH, and you will potentially get switchboard points. This is nice. So here you want to deposit one of these assets or multiple of these assets, and you also want to borrow. For every dollar that you supply in the platform, you get 1 point. And for every dollar that you borrow, you get 3 points. This reminds me a lot of MarginFi. If you remember MarginFi, which has yet to tokenize, a platform on Solana, they did something pretty similar. They incentivized borrowing because that allows them to be very capital efficient. So the first thing that I would do after I interact with Scope, load up TurboTap, do some interaction with all domains, I would put my money passively here into use. I would borrow around 20% of my valuation. That's actually what I've done. I've supplied like $600, borrowed 200, went over to Invariant, used the exchange to swap my USDC. I borrowed USDC to Ethereum, did the flip, did the swap, and I resupplied Ethereum over here. So that allows me to get points from this thing and points from this thing. And this, because you use a native application of Eclipse and you also supply TVL to this L2, could potentially give you a bigger airdrop. So it's not only about using loads of applications or advertised applications, but it's also having some money on the chain. So if you want to do this very efficiently, highly suggest the strategy. I think it's very, very good and very important to use. And finally, you can use Invariant Exchange. They've got liquidity pools. 2 of them are incentivized, the ETH and USDC pair and the Turbo ETH and TETH pair. And you can see exactly how much points each one of these give, the APY, APR, and over here you can see the volume and the TVL. Now, Turbo ETH and TETH is a safe pair, but it gives a lot less points than USDC and TETH. This one can give you impermanent loss, but you can see that the TVL is low, the volume is super high, and you know, it just makes sense to go with both of these, in all honesty. And what I've done is I've deposited very small amounts of money because I'm not good at using LPs. I'm not an expert. But if you want to improve your capital efficiency when you create a position, you want to make sure that you set this price range to be as small as you feel safe with it being like short and squeezed. So you want to make sure that the price, which is the current price, is within the minimum and max price that you will be setting. The smaller the range between max and min, the more capital efficiency and the more points you will be generating according to your capital. So let's watch statistics. Liquidity is around 3.8 million. So it's not major, it's not overfarmed. And if you can LP, if you know how to use concentrated LPs, you could make very nice returns. from the airdrop, but also from the APY. And if you really believe in Eclipse, you really believe that this is going to be improving. Another very important thing is that the volume is also increasing, which is very bullish, and the volume seems to be increasing a lot more than liquidity. So this is very nice to see. Also, the points that you get are time weighted. The more time that you hold your LP position, the more points you will be accumulating. So you want to make sure to put up a strategy that is actually sustainable. So you will be earning bonus points as much as possible. So if you want maximum capital efficiency, I would absolutely suggest going for USDC and ETH. At the position here, you place the concentration range, I would put it in this range, have 65%. Maybe you can go for 150, a little bit risky in all honesty, because currently the market has dumped. So I don't know, it's all up to you. But this is what I would do to maximize my points and my ROI in terms of fees, etc., etc. You can also here select range and set exactly how you want it, maybe one-sided or something. Maybe you think Ethereum is on the bottom, so you can, put more money into the max price, so you have more range from one side, but you want to be in range for invariant. And let me show you some statistics. So here on Astral, I have been a depositor for 3 days, 4 days maximum. And you can see that I'm already in the top 2000 rankings. Of course, there are big wallets, but usually bigger wallets don't take big risks into lending, into borrowing. So I think it's worth it, especially if you believe that, these platforms will keep growing. Also, for Astral specifically, they have something that is called epochs. So at each epoch end, you get a 25% boost for the next epoch. So right now we're at epoch number 1. You join early and you will have all of these bonuses as the protocol expands, grows, and becomes bigger with more deposits. So being early in this is super important, and I believe they will be adding load more assets in here, which is very nice to see. There are also caps, so you want to position as early as you can. And same holds for invariant, because the points per day are really time weighted. And I'm in ranking 4000 with just a $70 deposit. All right. So as you understand, there is good opportunities in these positions. For invariant, make sure that you see this icon near the pool, otherwise you won't be earning points. So these guys over here, yes, they make a nice APY, but they don't really farm this airdrop, which is fine with us. We don't care. It's all about making the L2, having low slippage, and being able to be functional in the swaps and all of these things. But because I believe Eclipse is going to grow a lot, I'm positioning early. Even though the amount is small, I'm still going to be getting the boosts, and in the future, I will be putting more money into Eclipse from other chains because I really believe in it. I really like it. I really enjoy it. And yeah, this was the guide. This was the video. Thank you so much for watching. Press the like button. The link for the protocols will be on screen or whatever. Try it out. If you've got the capital, if you like the system, read a little bit about it. I think it's very worthy. Bye.